When you spend months building your car, every part matters, and having experts who know the platforms can make all the difference. Building a car is always exciting, and figuring out which parts to use can be overwhelming. With so many options out there, it's not always easy to know what's going to work best for your setup. At Injuku Racing, our team is made up of enthusiasts who know the cars, the platforms, and the parts. We help builders choose the right components from trusted brands like ISR Performance, Competition Clutch, HKS, BC Racing, and more. When you're planning upgrades for your build, our team helps make sure you get the right parts the first time. For over 2 decades, thousands of enthusiasts, professional drivers, and shops across the country have trusted Injuku Racing when it comes to upgrading their builds. Right now, everyone's talking about tax returns, but instead of waiting for one, we're giving your build its own tax return right now. Injuku Racing is giving huge discounts on hundreds of brands so you can keep more money for the parts your build actually needs. If your build needs stronger, more reliable parts, Injuku Racing has the upgrades enthusiasts trust. Tap the link below to find the performance parts your build actually needs.
We drive Sport Compact, designed for the elite and the garage build. Information is power, because data is the difference between winning and losing. We give you the options, versatility, and power to come out on top. Complacent isn't in our vocabulary. We drive you, and that's why Fuel Tech is everywhere.
When you spend months building your car, every part matters, and having experts who know the platforms can make all the difference. Building a car is always exciting, and figuring out which parts to use can be overwhelming. With so many options out there, it's not always easy to know what's going to work best for your setup. At Injuku Racing, our team is made up of enthusiasts who know the cars, the platforms, and the parts. We help builders choose the right components from trusted brands like ISR Performance, Competition Clutch, HKS, BC Racing.
What's up, everybody? We're back, 2026, Catch My Drift, Sofa King Awesome Series, $10,000 prize payout per round. We're here at round 1, Southampton Speedway. We got 40 drivers across 9 states here with us today. We're getting ready to start qualifying. Looks like we got cars lined up on track. We got a car on grid. Judges are locked in. For round 1 today, we have Chris DeBoard, Jeff Butler, and special guest judge Andy East coming out of Richmond, Virginia. Longtime friend, longtime drifter. It's a little warm today, I'm not gonna lie to you. Track temps are getting pretty hot, but these guys have been shredding all morning in practice. I expect to see some fantastic qualifying runs. I expect to see some fantastic battles today, and I'm happy you're here with us. Looks like our first driver up, got my list here. We have Adam Rozek, which I can see is in a borrowed car. We're starting strong today in a backup car. Looks like he is driving someone else's S14. Track is clear, it looks beautiful. We got a good layout today, 3 outside zones. Sounds simple, but it's not. There's a challenging transition to stretch from 1 to 2, and a tight transition from 2 to 3. So I see cars on grid, judges locked in. There we go, we got the guys and gals down there. As always, we got Darian and Maddie helping us out on grid. Let me see if I can go ahead and get the live stream pulled up here so I can talk back to you. All right, trying to get locked in here. All right, I just heard the word. Judges are ready. Adam Rozek on the line for his first qualifying run. There he is, sitting on the grid. Got some movement on the track, making sure we got all our cones squared away, making sure everyone is safe. Huge shout out to anyone here that's helping out today, track workers, media guys, anyone helping out, keeping the track clean, keeping the cones up, keeping the chalk down. We greatly appreciate that. I know it is not a cool breeze out there. There you go. Green light from Miss Darian. Coming down the chute. This is our first look at the layout today. There's that into that outside zone number 1. kind of coming up real short. Again, in a borrowed car, not a lot of seat time in this chassis. Transitioning through that long stretch from outside zone 1 to outside zone number 2. Not quite getting deep out there, just shallowing up. Just a little sight lap, it looks like. And full hammer down across the line. Coming up shallow on all 3 zones, right? But a lap is a lap, and it will get a second shot to clean that up. All right. Next, we have AJ Nordslicko, 370Z. He competed with us last year, holding it down for the low power Hero. Super simple car, super simple chassis. Coming down the chute, initiates into that first outside zone, getting all the way out there, makes it about half, coming, wavering on the edge of that zone, coming up a little bit shallow, leaving outside zone number 1, stretching out to outside zone number 2, making the trek there, gets into outside zone number 2, fill in outside zone number 2, that's what you want to see right there, tightening up, got to slow it down here for outside zone number 3. I hear the excitement next door. The judges are pumped. I mean, this is a testament right here. You don't need 9 million horsepower. You need a stock 370Z and the right suspension parts. Circling back, we got, catching the scores as they're going in live. Adam Rozek with a 14.6 on his first qualifying run. I will update you when AJ scores come in. We got Andy Wright, always a contender here. That LS E36, got the big motor in there. On grid, under the tent, waiting for the green light. We got Albert with the beard down there in the hat. Looks like scores are in for AJ's first run, a 78.6. Here's some chatter on the radio. Got some time. Like I said, at the beginning of the day today, we had 40 drivers on the property, all signed up, coming from 9 different states. We got guys from Florida, Texas, Tennessee. Not Texas, I lied. Tennessee and Kentucky. Oh, there we go. Geez, we're a mess already. Andy Wright off the line. Getting kind of wild there on the feint. Running a little deep into outside zone number 1. See if he can put it together here. Makes that stretch from outside zone 1 to outside zone number 2. Coming up a little bit short on the middle of that zone, but finishes strong. Got to choke, slow the car down for outside zone number 3. And finishing strong across the line. I will say, I got to play test dummy yesterday, drove some laps. I was the low power guinea pig. You know, my car makes probably right around 300, and it was fun and challenging. It wasn't an impossible layout, but it was you definitely had to have your wits about you to make some of the stretch from outside zone 1 to outside zone 2. I see Brandon Bonifay on the line right now, that 2JZ powered RX-8. Catching this replay from Andy. Definitely got his first run under his belt. I know he's going to be locked in for his second run. Green light from the judges is what I think I heard. And Brandon Bonifay off the line, that 2JZ RX-8. Opted for the exhaust out the back this year, not through the hood. Little shallow in that outside zone number 1, working the car to the back up there a little bit, making the stretch from outside zone 1 to outside zone number 2. Just barely getting into outside zone 2, filling it, there you go, filling the zone there on the back third. Into outside zone number 3. There we go, filling that zone and across the line. Outside zone 2 is definitely going to make or break these guys in qualifying. Chad Campbell, that C5 fixed roof coupe. Pull it up. It's not live on Facebook. Only? Okay. Gotcha. YouTube it is. All right, had to make some adjustments to the mic. Had to make some adjustments to the stream. We got Mr. Campbell on the line, C5 Corvette, fixed roof coupe. All right. We're back, baby. I'm in the chat now. Danny, I see you. Love the hat. Hey, listen. I love SR20, but I also love my GMT 800 trucks. You know what I'm saying? Heavy Chevy. Ain't nothing like it. So looks like we got some judge deliberation going on. Maybe some technical changes over there. Got my mic fixed. We're good to go. Got Chad Campbell, that fixed roof coupe. He's on the line, cooling off in the shade, the CMD tent, ready to make a hit. Let me check the score sheet, see if I got an update for you guys at home. So AJ with that 78.6, and Andy Wright took a 0 on that qualifying run. Chad Campbell coming off the line, initiates into that first outside zone, gets in it, straightens up, looks like the car gripped up on him a little bit. Stretching it out, got to make that long pull right there from outside zone 1 to outside zone number 2. Getting a little bit deep in outside zone number 2. And transitioning to outside zone number 3, massaging the car through that zone and strong finish across the line. I talked to a lot of drivers this morning. Sounds like a lot of these guys are pulling grip out of their car. They're finding that they're having them struggling with the cars being over gripped. Not something you often hear, but hey, gotta play the game. Stream volume low. Let me see if I can help you out there, Leo. Vinny, sorry. If you could, Vinny, is the stream volume, is it my voice that's low, or is it the stream voice or the stream volume that's low altogether? Let me know. So catching a replay of Mr. Campbell's run here. Lots of massaging. Waiting on the scores to come in. Just to circle back, Brandon Bonifay with a 68.3 in that 2JZ RX-8. Waiting on the scores for Mr. Campbell to come in. I got one judge locked in. 2 judges locked in. Waiting on the 3rd judge to lock in, and man, we got technology. The computer does the math. And he comes in with a 24. Next driver on the chopping block is Mr. Chandler Crawford in that E46. My man, no one has more sim hours than that guy right there. Big sim drifter turned real life drifter. Taking all of that computer technology practice and applying it here today. Coming down the chute, another one of those guys that's making it work with not a lot of power, showing you don't need a big crazy horsepower car. Massaging it out there, but he's filling that zone. Stretching it out to outside zone number 2, coming up a little shallow to midway there, but he's making it work. I'm sure he has his foot buried to the floor in that thing. I mean, putting the car where he should have put it. Seems to be some commentary from the judges. A little interesting view on the entry there. I can say it looks like they are looking for some foot down action, and I can't argue with them. And I want to see these guys carrying as much speed in the outer one as they can. Scores coming in for Chandler. Two out of three locked in, waiting on our last judge. Locked in with a 23.6 for his first run. Harsh judging, but consistent today. Looks like we got Mr. Cody Doyle on the line. That is a V8 supercharged, I believe. Got a approach. I don't know if he took the supercharger off or not. Coming down the chute, enters into outside zone 1. Gets a little bit wide, overcorrects. Clean in house. Massaging his way through outside zone number 2. And into outside, little deep in outside zone number 3. And across the line. I don't think the judges are going to be too happy with that. And looking lay locked in a 0. All right, so that's a 0 for that one. So we'll see Mr. Doyle again in the second chance there. Next driver on the list is Colin Francis. Looks like a 350Z, maybe a 370Z. Got some guys, track workers, scurrying across the track right now, collecting cones, straightening everything up. We want every driver to have clean lines, clean cones, so that way they're all locked in for a fair qualifying run. If you're here with us today, I appreciate you dealing with the heat. Same to the drivers. I know it's tough out there sitting in the car. All right, thank you guys. I'll talk to the team and see if I can get some stuff fixed here. Give me 1 second. All right, I got the word to the team. Got to see if we can make some adjustments to get the stream volume corrected for you guys. I don't want to have to get your TVs blown out or max them out and damage your equipment. Let's see, Ricky. Timmy from Florida in the Speed Racer Vet has not gone. No, he will be alphabetically one of the last drivers to qualify. So we got, let me see. All right, Colin Francis on deck. We're all caught up on scores. I see they're still cleaning the track up. Cones aplenty out here. All right, guys. The team should be making some adjustments to the volume on the stream. So if you note that it's better, let me know. If it's not, also let me know. Florida boys, ready to have some fun. Yeah, man, they came a long way to come party. Oh, looks like we got a tent. It's on. I didn't want it to pick up wind noise. All right. Are we better? Are we on the air? It's a madhouse right now, I guess. We're fixing the technology. Make sure I'm not pressing the wrong buttons on my mic. Get us locked back in here. We got a car on deck. Everybody's ready to go. We got a tent blowing across the track. We got microphone working. All right, we got Florida in the chat. We love to see it, supporting the homies. Let's see, we got a bunch of cars staged on track, ready to do a rip. Like I said, it's just we're getting through qualifying, everyone. More volume still. All right. All right, mic has been adjusted. You let me know. Let me see if I fix it again. All right, we should be good, I hope. If not, I'll have to call somebody. All right, so it looks like we have recovered the blown away canopy. So that's good. You'll have that on those big jobs. Beautiful view we got here in Caprone. I'm probably saying that wrong, Virginia. Nice little town. All right, there we go. 350Z on grid, ready to rip. Waiting on the green light. Looks like we got the thumbs up. Down the chute we go. Colin enters, hucks it into outside zone number 1. Little small bobble, but good entry. Comes out a little bit early of outside zone number 1 and making the stretch all the way to outside zone number 2. That's a long haul for you guys at home. Heading into outside zone number 2, but coming up a little bit shallow. Transitioning to outside zone number 3. And strong across the line. Like I said earlier, that outside getting from 1 to 2 is going to make or break some of these guys in qualifying. So we got scores coming in. I see Mr. Bailey, Dalton Bailey on grid in that JZ powered Miata. Not something you think you'd see or say every day, but hey, if it fits, it fits, I guess. So scores coming in from the judges. 2 are locked in, waiting on the 3rd judge. And let's see, waiting on some scores to get locked in for these judges. Locked in with a 71.6 for Colin's run. And that's what you want to see. That's a good score, locked in. Maybe safe from a second run. The reality is, like I said earlier, we have 40 drivers that showed up on the property today, and 8 of them will not make top 32. Ricky, I don't know what to tell you, man. I didn't believe it till I heard it, and then I saw it. It's in there. So down the chute he goes. Dalton Bailey in that JZ Miata. Washes out a little bit wide. Tries to get it back together. Making the stretch into outside zone number 2. Phil in outside zone number 2. Getting ready to tighten up into outside zone number 3. Going real deep in outside zone number 3. Foot down through the finish line. That thing makes good steam. So we got some cones down. Track workers are cleaning up. And that's going to be a 0 for that run. He went way deep on 1 and 2. Next on the line is Mr. Drake Burris. He might not have made it. Because I don't think that's Drake Burris's car. So we're getting some cones cleaned up. I see an E46 on grid, exhaust through the hood, intake through the hood, everything through the hood. You ain't lying, Danny. Drifting isn't that hard. I hear you on that one. I think, hey, look, truthful opinion, a lot of people make it too hard. We make it harder on ourselves sometimes. Whether you're doing it for style or for power, because you want to be different, we always make it harder on ourselves. Oh, catch me looking at the score sheet. Chill out. At least I'm not scratching my head or picking my nose or something like last year, try to catch me. So we got track getting cleaned up. I see a bunch of guys hustling out there. Picking up looks like some debris out there in the outside zone 1. Got it. Looks like these guys, I can't give them a big enough thank you. The hustle they're putting in to keep the track clean. It's hot. There's a good breeze, it looks like. I mean, we lost a 10 already, so we know it's a little bit windy. Pull up my scores here. So it looks like Gavin Threet in that E46 on grid, V8 swap, intake through the hood, exhaust through the hood. He was a real contender the last few rounds that he drove. Very consistent. Very loud, but you'll have that on those big jobs. Oh, thanks, Benji. I've been working on that. Update on the scores in order, absolutely. So we'll run it back. Chandler Crawford with a 23.6, Cody Doyle with a 0, Colin Francis with a 71.6, and Dalton Bailey in that JZ Miata with a 0. So we got Gavin Threet on deck. If you're looking for anybody specific, let me know in the chat. If you got a loved one or a friend or a family member that is competing today and you want to know what they scored in qualifying, all you got to do is ask. Right, looks like from where I'm sitting, the track looks pretty dang good. Still got a line of drivers on here. Judges are signaling they're ready to go. Looking for the green light on grid, and there it is. Gavin Threet coming down the chute, kind of crab walking through that chicane. Enters into outside zone number 1. Little bit of left foot brake there, dragging the front, but filling that zone. Stretching that all the way out to outside zone number 2. Big on the left foot brake in outside zone number 2. Front wheel lockup, easily visible. Slowing the car down for outside zone number 3. Little bit wide on outside zone number 3, but he dials it back in and finishes strong across the line. Golly, that thing is loud. I'm in the tower, I got boxed in and I can hear that thing. The overhead replay tells all lies. Let's see. The breeze is helping us, though, clearing out some of this smoke. It's what we need. All right. So waiting on some scores to come in. While we wait, I see Jonathan Nairn's Mustang on grid, but I can tell you that is not Jonathan Nairn. He is, Jonathan Nairn is loaning that car out, longtime friend and fabricator. Looks like Ivan Klimovich. I probably butchered his name, I'm sorry. He is borrowing Jonathan Nairn's backup car to do some competition with us this weekend. So, Drift Nairn team is campaigning 2 cars today. Love to see the support in the chat. Ivan's on grid, waiting on the green light. Track workers, track looks good still, so that's what you want to see. Scores coming in for Gavin Threet with a 72. 72 for his qualifying run. And there's a thumbs up for Ivan. Coming down the chute. Enters into outside zone number 1. A little bit of left foot brake. Trying to keep the car in drift and in the zone. Making the stretch to outside zone number 2. Gets in it, getting a little bit wide in outside zone 2 on the back half there. Transitioning to outside zone number 3. Putting the car right where it needs to be in outside zone number 3. A little wide on the end there and finishing strong. I can't say I have driven that Mustang. Jonathan Aaron was kind enough to let me do some laps in that thing last year. It makes every bit of 300 horsepower, and it is set up to where you point and it goes. It was definitely a good car to drive, very consistent. So I see we got some guys coming out on the track with the chalk. Gonna go refresh some lines here, get the track cleaned up. Waiting on the scores to come in for Ivan. Judges deliberating. I can see them, but I can't hear them. They're still having fun, so that means the battles haven't started yet. So we'll get the lines refreshed. We want everyone to have the best opportunity here, right? Fix the cones, redo the lines. Everyone has to see what they see, the same markers. We got James Atkins on deck, that Ford small block powered E46. Got a long line of cars still out here ready to qualify, but we're getting it today. Heat's not going to stop us. Wind's not going to stop us. Technology's not going to stop us. We're doing it. So, all these guys each have an opportunity to take home a $5,000 big check at the end of the night. That's the goal. Everybody's pushing for the same thing. So, we got guys, we're putting down chalk lines, getting it refreshed. Oh, wow, we're doing all the zones at once. Look at this. It's almost like we're figuring it out like a well-oiled machine. Look at these guys go, man. We wouldn't be doing this without the team. So once again, thank you to everyone helping out, making it happen. Hey, it's not very nice. I mean, the judges are waving at me and explaining how much they love me. They actually said I'm number one. Basically said that I'm the best, really. Number one is what they keep saying. I won't say which judge, but we all know who it is. It's not Chris or Andy, that's for sure. All right, so the lines look fresh. The zones look good. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention if James has scrubbed in or not, or and he's ready to party, or if he's going to warm them up one more time. So zone 2 is done. Zone 3 is getting its last little bit of refresh here. Again, we got, like I said before, I'll say it again, I have 40 drivers, 9 states, all shooting for a shot to take home $5,000. We pay out to 8th place, I believe. I'm probably wrong. You know, you guys know how much I pay attention. All right, so let's see. Gavin Threet with a 72. And then checking back, Ivan with a 65, locked in. Looks like we got Joe on the laptop plugging the scores into the chat for those in need. Again, huge shout out. I couldn't say enough about Joe G. He runs a wonderful program here. It's for the drivers, really. We love the spectators, we love the fans, and we're thankful for all of you. Probably my favorite organization to work with. Not probably, definitely. All right, track looks great, boys. Let's get it. What are we doing? Got, if you're here on site, we got Twisted Lemonade. If you're thirsty, it's delicious. Big shout out. All right. We're making our way back. Getting locked in here. What's the temperature in here? We're still cooking. Whew. All right, let's see. We got, how are we looking? Let me check. So we were about a third of the way through qualifying. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 locked in. So we got about 30 more to go. Actually, I think we had some component failures. Some drivers didn't make it, I think. Probably got about 27 to go. So I see drivers out of their cars. Just hanging out, waiting for their turn to qualify. All right, there we go. Mr. James Atkins, small block Ford, E46, putting some heat in the tires. Didn't want him to get iced out. He's getting that thing warmed up. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. These scores are real people, okay? All right, Brandon Bonifay, we haven't let the AI take over yet. What do we got going on here? My man is parked perpendicular to the grid. How do you guys at home feel about Wally? How do you feel about technology? Because I don't know if I'm a fan of it yet. All right, waiting on the green light. There it is. James coming down the chute. Small block Ford, E46. Feints into that outside zone number 1. Oh, failure to launch. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Looks like he's creeping it around the bank here. Hopefully nothing serious. Hopefully something simple. Maybe he just missed a gear or something. I know that I got to give James credit where credit is due. He's been fighting mechanicals for some time, but he's not willing to give up on that small block Ford platform. That's a hill he's willing to die on. So that's going to be a 0 for Mr. James Atkins. Next up, we got Mr. Jonathan Nairn. Got the S14 back out this year. Competed last year in the S197. S14's back together, new motor, refreshed. Probably makes right about 900 horse ponies. Big blower on top. Gonna inch that thing up to the grid. I think these high power guys their struggle may be chasing the slower drivers, but we'll see. So we got Nairn on grid, waiting on the green light from the judges, and there it is. Coming down the chute, rowing the gears, enters into outside zone number 1, just massaging it through that zone. Deep in the throttle, putting all that horsepower to work. Into outside zone number 2, right on the edge, filling that zone. Got to slow the car down here into outside zone number 3. Right past the tower on the chip. What more could you want? So we'll give the judges a minute to get their scores locked in. I see Mr. Joe Boosum on the line there. That's that supercharged 350Z. And I got to tell you, first and foremost, if you're here, stop by his tent and buy some cookies. Support his wife's business. Second thing is, that man unloaded that thing off the trailer yesterday, did a sight lap, and then laid down probably one of the best runs of the afternoon off the trailer. So I'm excited to see how he qualifies. I hope the commentator curse isn't real. So scores locked in for Jonathan Nairn. That's a 90.3. .3 for Nairn on his qualifying run. All right, so we got Mr. Joe Boosum, the Cookie Man, on the grid, supercharged 350Z, probably one of the loudest cars on the property, but we don't need to have that competition. Thumbs up from the judges, I think. Yeah, thumbs up, yeah. I did hear, can't confirm or deny, no cookies were exchanged for scoring with the judges. They're not eating any cookies. I don't see any over there, but they probably wouldn't be opposed to that, if you know what I'm saying. Uh-oh. He's backing off the line. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. He got us. Yes, sir. Yeah. So let's see. Joe Busso on the line. Supercharged. 350Z. There's the thumbs up. Coming down the chute. Rolling the gears. Fainting in. Big flick right there. Into outside zone number 1. Filling that zone. Supercharger screaming on that car. Into outside zone number 2. Little bit deep in outside zone number 2. In and filling outside zone number 3. I mean, one small error that I saw, but that's going to be a score you can be proud of right there. Let me switch on over here to the sheet. Waiting for the judges to get locked in. I see Justin Bauer pulling up in that Mustang, Whipple supercharged Mustang. Just got it tuned. He said it made right about 650. So judges deliberating. Waiting to see some scores get locked in here. Scores going in for Joe Busso. 2 of them locked in, waiting on the third one. And he comes in with an 83. Joe Busso with an 83 for his qualifying run. Justin Bauer coming down the chute. Hucks that Mustang in. Oh! Straighten, big straighten there on entry. Makes the stretch out to outside zone number 2. Fills outside zone number 2. Gets a little bit wide there in the transition. Foot down and finishing strong through outside zone number 3. Maybe a small miscalculation there on entry. So he's going to take a 0 for that run, but he will get a second chance. On grid, we got, looks like Matthew Zatov. Probably butchered his name. I'm sorry. Lots of new drivers this year. If I haven't met you yet, let's hang out. E36 coming down the chute. Big huck there in the outside zone number 1. He is just foot down, carrying a bunch of speed. I'll have to go in between the break before comp starts. I'll have to go see what's in that thing. Little shallow into 2, but he fills the zone well. Getting real deep in outside zone 3. That was beginning to look like a really good run. Unfortunately, that 2 off is going to be a 0 for his run, but he'll get a second chance. We got Max Seabear in that G35 on grid, on deck, ready to go. One of the low power hero guys, also one of the most consistent guys. Last year we had multiple events where he did the same run multiple times. It was almost where you could film it and play them over each other and they would be identical. Max Seabear coming down the chute. G35, sedan, the big body. We got a couple of them here today. Enters into that outside zone. Coming up real shallow in outside zone number 1. Stretching out to outside zone number 2. Can he get the depth that he needs? Yes, he does. But still working his way through that zone. And across the line. Definitely a few errors there that can be corrected. scoreable run. Might not be the score that he wants, but scoreable nonetheless. Judges deliberating. We got Mr. Nick Abbott pulling up to the line. 240SX, LS power. I think he said it's an LS3. I'm probably wrong though, but I'm trying here. I mean, he had trackside windshield service yesterday, had the windshield replaced in the car. Laying down some heater runs in practice as well yesterday afternoon. So scores are in, got 2 out of 3, waiting on the third judge to lock in. Locked in, scores a 39 for Max Seabear on his qualifying run. So I got Mr. Nick Abbott on deck, ready to go. There it is, the thumbs up. Down the chute he goes, rolling through the gears. Enters, carrying some speed into outside zone number 1. Add an angle there, the back half, carrying plenty of speed, making the stretch to outside zone number 2. Setting himself up here for outside zone number 2. Gets a little bit shallow, but gets himself set back where he needs to be. Transitioning into outside zone number 3. Oh, dropping a tire. One small mistake it looked like there. Judges are asking for a replay. You know the overhead tells no lies. Hippo Pop, the highest so far. Let me look. Is a 90.3 for Jonathan Nairn. So the judges watching the overhead replay here, I think they're looking to see, was it 1 or 2 off in that outside zone number 3? I think that is the question here. So judges are deliberating. I got, let's see. We got Reese Conklin on deck. Just unveiled a new livery on that car. Matt Powers FD Tribute. I mean, I dig it. I like it a lot. Back when FD cars were low, you love to see it. So judges are deliberating. We'll see what they come up with for Nick Abbott's qualifying score. I got 1 locked in. 1 out of 3, 1 out of 3. Can I get 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3? Can I get a third judge to lock in? And we got all 3 locked in with a 52.3 for Nick Abbott. He's not going to be pumped on that. But we got Mr. Reese Conklin, last year's Sofa King. He won this event last year. So coming down the chute, rolling through the gears, enters into outside zone number 1. Small correction there, getting the car set. Carrying speed in that stretch into outside zone number 2. Filling outside zone number 2. Transitioning to 3. Coming one, dropping a tire right there on outside zone number 3. A lot of these guys are struggling with that outside zone. The course really slows down once you get from 2 into 3. It tightens up significantly. So the overhead drone tells no lies, reveals all your secrets. So we'll see what we got here on the replay. Right there. So he goes a little wide on outside zone number 3. Now, You know, in great commentator fashion, I missed the drivers' meeting this morning, so I'll have to reconvene with the judges and see how strict are they. I mean, seems like they're being pretty strict on Outer Zone 3, so we'll see. I'll have to get some more information for you guys. Scores going in. Looks like, oh man, you guys, another new driver with us this year. I'm gonna mispronounce his name one time, and then I will ask him after qualifying. Scores going in for Reese. 1 out of 3 locked in. Oh man. Judges are talking. I don't know if that's good or bad. 2 out of 3 locked in. 3 out of 3 locked in. Reese with a 73.3 on his run. So next up, looks like we got Shumaiko, last name. I probably mispronounced that. If I did, I'm sorry. I will come see you after this and we'll get it figured out. E46. A lot of BMWs out here today. And a surprising number of G35 sedans, like more than one. All right. Thumbs up. That means we're good to go. Coming down the chute. Rowing through the gears. Into outside zone. Coming up a little bit shallow in outside zone number 1. Stretching out to outside zone number 2. Coming up a little shallow. Massaging it out there. Shallow into outside zone number 3, but a scoreable run. So looking at the qualifying order here, I have Skylar Lett would be on deck. However, he suffered a mechanical earlier in the day. I saw the car on jack stands. You hate to see that. So that brings us to Stacy Babb. This is the 780 horsepower KAT S12 rocket ship. I thought he was going to have the parachute on the back, but he forgot it at home. So score, judges deliberating on that last run. Shumaiko in the E46. One locked in. 2, 3 locked in, and that's a 51.3 on that last run. So Skylar Lett, again, not able to make qualifying. Stacy Babb on deck here in that SKA-powered S12. I can assure you there will be lots of limiter this round, or this run. Judges giving the thumbs up. And here we go. Stacy Babb coming down the chute, rowing gears. Washing out a little deep in outside zone number 1. Stretching out to outside zone number 2. Coming up shallow for outside zone number 2. And way deep in outside zone number 3. Straightens. All right. So that's going to be a 0 for Mr. Stacy Babb. We got Tay Whiteside in a borrowed Corvette rental car, the no roof coupe. Enters in Outside zone number 1, small correction there. Massaging it out. Keeping it together, 1 tire off, not 2, so it's not a 0. Working his way to outside zone number 2. Getting it through the zone. Into outside zone number 3. Threading the needle there. Small correction, but finishing strong in the no roof Corvette rental. We got Timmy Thompson, Florida native, made it off the truck all the way from Florida in Speed Racer Corvette. We had to have a very long conversation yesterday. I had to explain to him that there is no Mach 5 powers being used this weekend. No oil slick, no jumping, none of that. And then he promptly ejectocetoed his hood. So he's not listening to me, that's for sure. But he made the trip. We're happy to have him. Can't wait to see what he does. So judges deliberating for Tay. 2 locked in, waiting on the 3rd judge. 49.3 for Tay Whiteside in the rental no roof vet. So we got Timmy Thompson, Florida boy, Speed Racer Corvette, on grid, ready to go. Again, we agreed. I talked to him yesterday. No Mach 5 abilities are allowed. We'll see what kind of qualifying run he can put together. Let me see. Are we doing we got 1 of 2 things happening right now. We're either doing a battery change.
We drive Sport Compact, designed for the elite and the garage build. Information is power, because data is the difference between winning and losing. We give you the options, versatility, and power to come out on top. Complacent isn't in our vocabulary. We drive you, and that's why Fuel Tech is everywhere.
When you spend months building your car, every part adding power is a fun part, but making sure the rest of your build can support it, that's where our expert advice comes in. Building a car is always exciting, and figuring out which parts to use can be overwhelming. With so many options out there, it's not always easy to know what's going to work best for your setup. At Injuku Racing, our team is made up of enthusiasts who know the cars, the platforms, and the parts. We help builders choose the right components from trusted brands like ISR Performance, Competition Clutch, HKS, BC Racing, and more. When you're planning upgrades for your build, our team helps make sure you get the right parts the first time. For over 2 decades, thousands of enthusiasts, professional drivers, and shops across the country have trusted Injuku Racing when it comes to upgrading their builds. When you're upgrading your car, getting the right parts at the right price matters. At Injuku Racing, we work to make sure you're always getting the best value possible for your build. When it comes to building your car the right way, the parts you choose matter. Head to Injuku Racing today and explore the trusted performance brand Serious Builders.
We drive Sport Compact, designed for the elite and the garage build. Information is power, because data is the difference between winning and losing. We give you the options, versatility, and power to come out on top. Complacent isn't in our vocabulary. We drive you, and that's why Fuel Tech is everywhere. We drive Sport Compact, designed for the elite and the garage build. Information is power, because data is the difference between winning and losing. We give you the options, versatility, and power to come out on top. Complacent isn't in our vocabulary. We drive you, and that's why Fuel Tech is everywhere.
When you spend months building your car, every part matters, and having experts who know the platforms can make all the difference. Building a car is always exciting, and figuring out which parts to use can be overwhelming. With so many options out there, it's not always easy to know what's going to work best for your setup. At Injuku Racing, our team is made up of enthusiasts who know the cars, the platforms, and the parts. We help builders choose the right components from trusted brands like ISR Performance, Competition Clutch, HKS, BC Racing, and more. When you're planning upgrades for your build, our team helps make sure you get the right parts the first time. For over 2 decades, thousands of enthusiasts, professional drivers, and shops across the country have trusted Injuku Racing when it comes to upgrading their builds. Right now, everyone's talking about tax returns, but instead of waiting for one, we're giving your build its own tax return right now. Injuku Racing is giving huge discounts on hundreds of brands so you can keep more money for the parts your build actually needs. If your build needs stronger, more reliable parts, Injuku Racing has the upgrades enthusiasts trust. Tap the link below to find the performance parts your build actually needs.
Information, precision, ease of use, customer support. This is what our customers are saying when asked why they chose to run our product on their Micro Sprint, giving you everything you need to get you around the track as quickly as possible. The all-in-one solution, trusted by...
There we go, and we're back, baby. Cones fixed, chalk fresh, everyone's ready. Timmy got heating the tires and scrubbed in, he's ready to go. Timmy Thompson from Florida, all the way up to come hang out with us. Speed racer vibes, got the Mach 5 Corvette out here. Got some fresh waters up here, we're locked in. Thumbs up from the crew. Thumbs up from the judges. Let's see what Timmy's got for us. And there, come on. And there it is, thumbs up, good to go. Corvette coming down the chute. Hucks it into outside zone number 1. Coming a little bit shallow in the middle of that zone, working it back out. Making the stretch from outside zone 1 to outside zone number 2. Into outside zone number 2, filling that zone. One tire just a little bit off. Getting a little deep in there in outside zone number 2, transitioning to outside zone number 3. Keeping both tires. Comes up a little bit short. That's okay though, that's a scoreable run right there. Scoreable run for Timmy Thompson from Florida. We got Tay Whiteside on deck. Sorry, I lied. Tay was in the rental vet. I'm all over the place. Tony Martin in that VQ powered coupe. Fresh wrap. Fresh livery for the year. I think this is his first event with the new design on that car. It's VQ and HR VQ, I believe. Waiting to see some scores come in for Timmy. Judges deliberating. So we got Tony Martin on deck, ready to run. We got Trevor Johnstone in that Mustang. Last year, he commanded the Mustang from the 240 he had before. So second year in the Mustang, competing at CMD. Two out of three locked in on Timmy's score. Based on what I'm seeing, man, these judges are getting into the thick of it with that run. All right, so here we go. Tony Martin coming down the chute. Enters into outside zone number 1. Small correction, coming up shallow. Big left foot brake there. Pouring on the throttle to make the stretch into outside zone number 2. Comes up a little bit shallow. Oh! Looks like he was almost going for a ride there. Almost looped it coming out of outside zone number 2. All right, so let's get back to our score sheet here. That's going to be a 0 for Tony Martin, and I'm showing a 0 for Timmy Thompson. I know you guys, he's got a bunch of fans in the chat, a bunch of support. Looks like the call was a straighten coming out of outside zone number 3. So he straight line drove out of outside zone number 3. So we got Trevor Johnstone in that Mustang on deck. Coming down the chute, enters into outside zone number 1. Coming up just a bit shallow, works it into that zone. Fill in that zone, transition into outside zone number 2. Coming up shallow in 2. Into outside zone number 3. Putting the car right where it needs to be. And strong across the line. All right, let's see some scores coming in. So that was Trevor Johnstone. We got Trevor Rhodes on deck, 370Z. The judges are no longer having fun. They are locked in and deliberating, calculating, doing math. Trevor Rhodes on deck in that 370Z. Scores coming in for Trevor Johnstone. 2 out of 3 locked in, waiting on the third score. Third score is in. Johnstone with a 41 on his qualifying run. Trevor Rhodes on deck. We got 2 Trevors back to back. Trevor Rhodes on deck in that 370Z. Waiting for the thumbs up. Track is cleared. Cones are up. Lines are chalked. Just coming down the chute. Enters and out. Whoa. Those poor cones. Had a failure to launch on entry, but he's going to run the course. Hopefully no more cone casualties. Filling outside zone number 2, though. I mean, outer 2 and outer 3 looking good. Just got to get it together on entry. So we'll get the markers and the cones all stood back up. Track workers again going to work. On deck, we got Tristan Sisk. This is his first time competing with us. 240 S15 front end, big V8. The competition combo. We're getting our cones and clipping points put back up. Some of these guys putting our track workers to work overtime here. All right. From where I'm sitting, track looks clear. Waiting on the thumbs up from the judges. Scores are in for Trevor Rhodes. That's a 0 from that failure to launch. Tristan coming down the chute. Hucks it in. Coming up a little bit shallow, but he stays in it. Hey, pal. Working his way to outside zone number 2. Coming up shallow in 2, but this is a scoreable run still. Hucks it a little bit hard. Can he save it? Pulls it together. Into outside zone 3. Good save from that over rotation and across the line.
He's doing better than he was this morning. I spent some time in the car with Tristan this morning because he's been struggling a little bit. And his lines are a little better than they were. He's just trying to get an A in this car. How you doing today, Albert?
I'm good. I haven't seen you all day. You've been working.
I've been busy down there on the track trying to keep everybody together.
So for those at home, I got CMD's very own Ethan Zitrikoff, track manager. He makes sure things stay smooth out here. He keeps us all together, really.
I do my best, man. I just love everybody here, and I love hanging out.
Did they give you one of these? One of these microphones? Oh, you're just hanging out for funsies?
Yeah, I just came in to say hey to you.
Oh, okay. Well, my
Say
door's
hi to
always
our viewers.
door's always open for you. So no scores put in for Tristan just yet. So judges deliberating. They got the hard job. We've said it once. We've said it 10 times. And I'm probably going to say it again.
I do not want to judge.
Nope. We got another Tristan.
Tristan Saavedra,
Yep.
370Z.
Yep, another one of the low-power hero guys. There's a couple of stock power Zs running around that will surprise you. I mean, so those guys wheel. So I have high expectations here. He said he was feeling it this morning. So coming down the chute, got the thumbs up. Judges are ready. Hucks it into outside zone number 1. Little bit shallow, fighting the car there. Tries to work his way back out, getting there in the tail end of the zone. Making the stretch from outer zone number 1 to outer zone number 2. Getting all the way out to outside zone number 2. Getting a little bit wide, yep. Ran a little wide at the end of outer zone 2 there, transitioning to outer 3. He's right on the edge there. And running it out.
Tell you what, man, you got a much better view up here than we do down on track.
You like it?
Some of these runs that these guys are putting down, I'm like super hopeful for them, and then I hear their score, and I'm like, what was that? From my view down on track, they look like they're doing so good, and they're killing it. This is a difficult layout. It's really fast, and I don't think these guys are used to running fast layouts.
Well, I think the layout is wildly deceiving. I think you look at it on paper, and from up here, you're like, easy money. I'm not worried about it. But the stretch from 2 to 3, if you're not in the right place at the right time, you're going to have a bad time. And then from 1 to 2 is the stretch. From outer zone 2 to outer zone 3, it really chokes up. It gets tight. You have to slow the car down, or you're going to run wide in 3. And the judges have been pretty clear about going 2 off in 3.
Yeah. Now, you have to scrub a lot of speed coming into 3. It tightens up quite a bit, and then you've got to hold it because it carries. It carries a lot more than it looks like.
So scores are in. Tristan Sisk with a 0 on his first run, but he'll get a second shot at that. Tristan Saavedra, scores are locked in with a 58.
Yeah.
And we got Tyler UZ 240SX. He's got a new paint job, new livery this year. His brother Brandon and him got a matching thing going on here.
I actually had the pleasure of driving his car at Hyperfest this year. and that thing is really good. It's very consistent, very predictable.
Came up a little bit shallow midway through outside zone number 1, but he puts it together, making the long haul to outside zone number 2. Gets out there, coming up a little bit shallow on that zone, massaging it back.
Up the line at least. Stayed in it most of the way.
Getting it into
Into the
outside
tricky
zone number
bit.
3, yep.
No, he carried it all the way
I mean,
through. That was a good zone 3.
That was zone 3 for sure. See if the judges agree.
Zone 1, I think, is where he's going to lose most of his score there.
Still got a good stack of cars on the field, though. We're 3/4 of the way through our first round of qualifying. So, as we've done in the past, top 24 locked in. Everyone else gets to make a second run there to fill out the bottom 8. So, it looks like we got scores going in for Tyler Bonifay. 2 of them locked in, waiting on the third judge. And that's going to be a 59.6 for Tyler Bonifay. So on my sheet, I have Zach Wammeldorf as our next driver, but I don't think that is.
This is Francisco Correa.
Okay.
Frank. He said everybody calls him Frank or Frankie.
Call him Frank or Frankie. Got it. He launches that thing down the chute, coming in outside zone number 1.
Launches some cones on his way through.
I know you love that. A little bit wide on outside zone number 1 on the first half there, but gets it together. Filling into outside zone 2, kind of pulls forward out of that, getting a little shallow. See if he can hold it together here for outside zone number 3.
It's been tricky for a lot of the really good drivers today.
Filling outside zone number 3, though, finishing strong, didn't drop a tire. I know, so I've said it multiple times, right? I can't thank the guys that are out here cleaning the track up, and I know that's kind of your bread and butter overseeing that stuff. I mean, we have a hell of a team out here. I mean, as we're talking, cones are already getting fixed, track is getting prepped. Without hesitation, those boys are on it.
We're really fortunate with the crew that we have. They show up at every event and they don't complain. It's been really good being able to work with these guys. And outside of drifting, I met most of these people before we even started drifting together. So it's been really good to.
Saying Frank's not on that list. They're gonna have to add him in.
Oh, I see what you're
Yep,
talking about
those
now.
guys next door. So we're getting some electrical, some technological stuff fixed here. I see Talon Howell on that on the grid there. That is a S14 VQ swapped. It's had multiple body panels, multiple front ends.
Doesn't it have an Odyssey front end on it?
No, it had like a Camry front end on it. It was like half Camry, half S14. Now it's all S14. He said he's cleaning it up. He says looks like a whole different car. He enjoys looking at it now. He said he didn't like looking at it before.
It was a little awkward before.
So coming down the chute, VQ S14, hucks it into outside zone number 1. Small bobble there, low angle, but he fills out the right back half of that zone. Stretch and making that stretch out to outside zone number 2. Doing the old in and out of the zone right there, getting a little shallow in the midsection. Tightens up here for outside zone number 3. He's in the zone, both tires in. He's pouring on the throttle across the line.
Finished out real strong.
Questionable start, but I think that it will be rewarded. So scores are in for Frank. That was a 0, 2 tires off on entry. We'll see what old Talon Howell gets on his run. I see Zach Wammeldorf on grid there in that S14. Fresh fiberglass. Like, so fresh. No paint fresh.
Super fresh. Another new driver would catch on.
I've been watching drive. They both drift. They've been drifting a long time. We've been at a bunch of events at the same time. Both of them progressing, and they're both shredders. Lots of seat time together. Looks like we got a old on maybe right now. Doesn't matter where we go, the airport is booming, that's for sure.
We do keep the airspace packed, bro.
Yeah, drones are in the air all the time. I think there's like 3 in the air at all times.
At any given moment, yes. There'd be more if we let them.
So we got a slim group of drivers still here on the bank, ready to run. Some ready to go again, some ready to go for the first time.
We've got about 6 drivers left for qualifying here.
Yep, we got some special last minute signups. We got actually 3 last minute signups, and we're gonna find out who Mr. X is here in a minute. So Zach hucks it in, comes up a little bit shallow on outside zone number 1, but the car, he looked like he was carrying good speed.
I thought he had that, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of guys have complained about having to take grip out of the car.
I do know when we were running the chalkers down on the track that the surface is so
Oh.
sticky with the heat that the chalkers are picking up tire off the track. So there's a lot of grip to be had in this.
Yep, so it looks like he got out of it, threw his hands up. I missed I don't know if that was a peace sign or a number 1 sign, but
Definitely some sign language.
he'll get a second shot. So based on the list of drivers that I got left, and looking at that car, I believe that is another SMS or Southampton Speedway.
I think this is Michael Thomas in a rental
Yep, okay.
because he was having some fuel pump overheating issues on his personal Z.
Okay, so normally he drives LSZ. He
Correct.
did really well last year for being his first year competing.
He podiumed once or twice
Yep.
with us last year.
Yeah, he did. And I know he was excited to come back out. So
I'm glad
making
they had
the
him out for one more event because I think he's moving West Coast.
Yep, he's making the jump to the wrong coast.
The wrong coast.
Yeah,
that's
you know,
correct.
they got crazy laws and taxes out there.
They got some good scenery, but that's about all I want to go there for.
Yep. So you think he's got to adapt? I mean, I didn't see him do any practice runs in this car.
No, because last I checked on him was to let him know we were starting qualifying, and he was still trying to work on his car. So I don't know that he's driven this car at all.
So coming out of the chute, first time behind the wheel of this rental Z, completely stock 350Z with some angle mods.
He should be able to feel the car better
Oh,
because he's familiar
straightens
with the
into
seat.
one.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's going to be a 0 for Michael Thomas's first run. However, he's gonna see it through. I mean, this is good. This is practice right here in a car he's never driven before.
Commitment is key.
I mean, on one hand, I want to say a Z is a Z, but at the end of the day, there's 999 different ways that you can set up a Z with all the aftermarket parts that are available.
You're not wrong. You can have any and all combinations in a Z car. I personally still think Z car is best car.
I mean, I guess you're entitled to your opinion.
Says the man that used to drive a Z car.
Well, that's because I overbuilt an S chassis, and then I built a Z car, and I did an ignorant amount of events in a short amount of time, and then I got back into an S chassis where my heart was. So we got Mr. Taylor Hall pulling up to grid. This is one of our last-minute sign-ups. We have a few pro drivers. We got a few pro spec drivers on the property today. We got a few future pro spec drivers on here that I expect to see in the next couple of years in pro spec.
So Taylor Hall was not going to come to this event, and he decided last night that he was going to drive overnight from Atlanta to come compete today.
So he's down the chute into outside zone number 1, that Vet Carlo, Monte Carlo body on a Corvette chassis.
It's on one.
I mean, he is all the way in it. He's got the throttle buried on that thing, filling outside zone number 1 into outside zone number 2. Filling outside zone number 2, keeping both tires in that back tires in that zone. Transitions into 3. Can he keep all? I mean, he's threading the needle on that.
That was on the edge.
Yeah, that was.
The whole way that was on
I will say, like you said earlier, we have a really good view up here of outside zone number 3.
Yes.
We can see that trail or leading rear tire into that zone.
Well, even zone 1. Zone 1 is very deceiving from the ground. It looks like they're filling zone 1 often. And then, like I said, I hear the scores, and they were clearly not filling zone 1.
Right.
Because from the grid down here, you can see zone 2 and zone 3 very well.
So, like we talked about, right, update on scores. That's a 0 for Zach Wammeldorf, a 0 for Michael Thomas. No scores are in yet for Taylor Hall, but I expect them to be pretty high. On deck, we got Kevin Stewart in that Mustang, relatively stock Mustang. He is coming off of Drift Week, so he said he's never felt more confident in the car. I watched him; he was wheeling all morning.
Yeah,
He was
gonna make some good laps.
he was definitely swinging above his weight class. I mean, he was running down cars with more power, and he was laying down consistent lead runs. So
It's not always about zones. Being consistent a lot of the times will win you some battles.
oh yeah, and these guys are trying to get points wherever they can right now. I don't know what you did when you came in here, but the AC's working now.
It's my cool.
It's all you, baby.
My cool demeanor bringing you some love.
There you go. That's all we need up here is a little bit of love. So Kevin Stewart coming down the chute, rolling gears in that Mustang. Enters into outside zone number 1. Oh,
Hold it.
straightens out in outside zone 1. You hate to see it. He's gonna,
With authority.
yep, he's gonna put the rest of this run together because that's seat time, and that right there, that dude right there is addicted to seat time.
He is. Every event that I go to that he's at, he is on track as much as possible.
Parks it there coming out of outside zone number 2. And I mean, I would expect nothing less than to see him finish strong here. So that's going to be a 0 for Kevin Stewart, but he'll get a second shot at it. Oh, so scores are in. That's a 93 for Taylor Hall. So it's our new number 1 qualifier. So we got Drake Burris on deck, LS E46. The car was new, fresh and new last year. A bunch of seat time in it all last year now. So typically very consistent.
Squeak chair.
You like that?
Less than ideal for.
I don't have, mine doesn't squeak, so.
I think this is the most still I've ever had to sit.
At a drift event?
Yeah.
Is that good or bad for you?
That's bad for me.
Bad for you?
Bad for me. I'm everywhere all the time.
I know, man. You're going 100 mile an hour all day, every day when we do these. So it's going to be a 0 for Kevin Stewart again. We got Drake Burris on deck, ready to go, waiting for the thumbs up. Track looks good. Cones are still standing. Don't worry, you don't have to stress. I think we'll make it through the last of these qualifying runs, and then we'll give it a good rechalk, right?
Yeah, I don't know about the cones though. Who we've got on deck is known for just taking out all of my cones.
I'm not sure if you're talking about Drake or if you're talking about the Mr. X.
It's gonna be Mr. X. for
Yeah.
me.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
He's a cone.
All right. Judges are arguing. I don't know what's wrong with them. Technology. We got all the technology in the world, and these guys are still arguing with each other. So
I think they just argue to argue.
looks like we're
It's
getting.
not even that anything's wrong. They just like to argue.
Yeah. So you said, look, man, it's 88 degrees today on the forecast. Track surface is hot.
The surface is hot. It's actually not too bad standing out there. We got some overcast skies today. I think that's kind of messing a little bit with the grip for everybody. But in terms of livability, it's not terrible outside today.
Manageable for now. Summer hasn't taken off yet.
I don't know what we're working on over here.
Well, if you're here, make sure you're drinking your water.
Something. Oh yes.
Got it.
Enough water. I had to get some sugar in me.
If you're feeling froggy, the tea plate or the lemonade truck is
Yeah.
delicious.
That looks pretty good. That's a nice big old drink.
Oh yeah, worth it.
You bring your car with you today?
I brought it yesterday,
Oh, you did?
and then I broke it.
Oh, no.
So I took it home last night because I'm not far from here, about an hour, and I came back today. So I'm gonna try and fix it tomorrow morning and do laps tomorrow. That's the goal.
Well, I hope you get some more laps.
I need a 1-inch or bigger fire sleeve for a line.
Okay.
I gotta find one at an auto parts store or find one at somebody in the pit. That's all I need, and then I can fix it. Everything else is easy.
Make contact with the manifold.
I ripped my exhaust off, and then it knocked the line loose from the downpipe, and then it fell in the manifold, and then it cooked itself.
Yeah, that's not a good time.
Yeah, first world problems.
All right, looks
All
like
right.
we're ready to go again here.
We got the thumbs up. Down the chute we go. LS E46, Drake Burris, hucks it into outside zone number 1. Comes up a little bit shallow midway through. But he's got the hammer down, that's for sure. Making that long trip from outside zone 1 to outside zone number 2. Coming up shallow on 2, but I'll tell you, this dude is flying. Through outside zone 3, fully committed. If this was a race, he'd be doing okay.
You're doing all right. That was a pretty quick run.
So cycling back, Talon Howell with a 55.6. Scores are coming in for Jake Burris. We got Joe Love, Mr. X, last minute decider, said, hey, I'm pulling up. And I will tell you, I don't think I know very many people with the level of determination that that guy has to go drifting. I mean, he built a motor, it let go. He rebuilt the motor, it caught on fire on the dyno, had a fuel line failure, rebuilt it again, blew a head gasket, rebuilt it again. At the track. Oh, was that today?
That was
a few weeks ago? Okay, so new head gasket in the car, and he's swinging out here. He's out here swinging. We give him the old razzle dazzle plenty of times before about making too much power and sponsored by NASA. And to be honest, setups in the car anymore. I don't know if it's a big motor, big blower, if it's a Schmee motor. I know it's.
It is a LS base with a turbo.
Okay, well, he's down the chute, filling outside zone number 1, little left foot brake there to set the car, but he is on the beans.
That sounds like a turbo.
It does. Getting out to outside zone number 2.
He's feeling it all.
Yeah, let's see. This will be the tell right here. How does he go into outside zone number 3? Coming into 3, little shallow on the entry.
He filled out the rest of it, though.
Maybe playing it safe. He watched everybody else put 2 off going into 3. I mean,
I like to give him trash talk him quite a bit about is he going to make it to the line today or not?
low blow, Ethan.
Looks like he made it to the line and he made a really good run.
See if we can get some scores here. So that's a 74.3 for Mr. Drake Burris. And the judges are coming in for Joe Love.
Did I hear that number right?
Well, they're getting punched in. They punch them in, and then the computer does math, and then we get an average. 3 judges get averaged for a score. On deck, we have another last-minute sign-up in a rental car. Mr. Jacob Duncan, campaigning rookie in Prospect this year, said he brought a Barrow G35 sedan. He said, but the stock DEVQ wasn't cutting it. And so Chris was kind enough to say, hey, take my G35 sedan. So here we are, LS Swap G35 sedan from Toolworks.
Watching him in practice today, his practice went really strong in a car that he's never driven before.
So he tips it in into outside zone number 1, not too deep, comes up a little shallow. We're massaging it out there, making the long drive to outside zone number 2. He's in it. 1 tire off, though. See if he can get it collected for number 3 here. Shallow and 3. It's a scoreable run. So checking back on the scores, Joe Love with an 87.6. Jacob Duncan. Yeah, that should be the last. Jacob Duncan should be the last one. So we're gonna lock in the top 24, and everybody else is gonna run it back.
So you got that score sheet there?
I do.
Let me see what we're working with for top 24.
Good luck, buddy. You can. That thing's hard to read because you gotta zoom in, you gotta zoom out, you gotta look at numbers on the side. I don't touch anything because I'm afraid to mess it up.
This is actually a strong top 24.
Oh, absolutely. That, and I was already over the top that we had. We actually had, I think Joe G said something like 46 drivers. And out of the 46, 40 made it. And out of the 40, 37 are able to qualify.
Well, I think all of them actually ended up qualifying in some rentals.
Which is crazy.
Shout outs to Southampton and Ford for having rentals of the drivers at the track. This is Tay Whiteside.
Yep.
He's driving one of the boards.
Tay Whiteside is driving the no roof Corvette.
Yeah, and then
Michael Thomas is driving the Z. And then Jacob Duncan is driving the G35.
Yeah.
All
We drive Sport Compact, designed for the elite and the garage build. Information is power, because data is the difference between winning and losing. We give you the options, versatility, and power to come out on top. Complacent isn't in our vocabulary. We drive you, and that's why Fuel Tech is everywhere.
When you spend months building your car, every part matters, and having experts who know the platforms can make all the difference. Building a car is always exciting, and figuring out which parts to use can be overwhelming. With so many options out there, it's not always easy to know what's going to work best for your setup. At Injuku Racing, our team is made up of enthusiasts who know the cars, the platforms, and the parts. We help builders choose the right components from trusted brands like ISR Performance, Competition Clutch, HKS, BC Racing, and more. When you're planning upgrades for your build, our team helps make sure you get the right parts the first time. For over 2 decades, thousands of enthusiasts, professional drivers, and shops across the country have trusted Injuku Racing when it comes to upgrading their builds. Right now, everyone's talking about tax returns, but instead of waiting for one, we're giving your build its own tax return right now. Injuku Racing is giving huge discounts on hundreds of brands so you can keep more money for the parts your build actually needs. If your build needs stronger, more reliable parts, Injuku Racing has the upgrades enthusiasts trust. Tap the link below to find the performance parts your build actually needs.
Information, precision, ease of use, customer support. This is what our customers are saying when asked why they chose to run our product on their micro sprint, giving you everything you need to get you around the track as quickly as possible. The all-in-one solution, trusted by champions. Elevate your micro sprint performance today and race with confidence. Fuel Tech, everywhere.
Adding power is a fun part, but making sure the rest of your build can support it, that's where our expert advice comes in. Building a car is always exciting, and figuring out which parts to use can be overwhelming. With so many options out there, it's not always easy to know what's going to work best for your setup. At Injuku Racing, our team is made up of enthusiasts who know the cars, the platforms, and the parts. We help builders choose the right components from trusted brands like ISR Performance, Competition Clutch, HKS, BC Racing, and more. When you're planning upgrades for your build, our team helps make sure you get the right parts the first time. For over 2 decades, thousands of enthusiasts, professional drivers, and shops across the country have trusted Injuku Racing when it comes to upgrading their builds. When you're upgrading your car, getting the right parts at the right price matters. At Injuku Racing, we work to make sure you're always getting the best value possible for your build. When it comes to building your car the right way, the parts you choose matter. Head to Injuku Racing today and explore the trusted performance brands serious builders rely on.
Fuel Tech's high impedance injectors. All injectors are tested and calibrated to ensure linearity, repeatability, and accuracy for all cylinders. Compatible with any type of fuel. No external driver required. Compatible with any aftermarket ECU. Superior products for superior power. This is Fuel Tech. Get yours today.
We drive Sport Compact, designed for the elite and the garage build. Information is power, because data is the difference between winning and losing. We give you the options, versatility, and power to come out on top. Complacent isn't in our vocabulary. We drive you, and that's why Fuel Tech is everywhere.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready. All right, we're locked. Looks like we're back. I think we're back. Let me check. Duncan got a 73.6 on his run. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 drivers going to make a second run. Top 24 locked in. 15 drivers making a run at it. 7 drivers not making the show. I hate to see it, but I love the support. Looks like the track is clean. We got, like I said, 15 drivers making a second crack at qualifying here today. We got all three judges locked in. I'm good. Judges are good. Joe G's good. Network's good. Live stream's good. Everything's good. It's actually colder outside than it is in the booth right now, which is insane. I'm not complaining, but sheesh. A lot of diversity in the field as we've been through. Z's, S chassis, Vets, Mustangs, G's. We got it all around here. BMWs. Looks like they are pulling the trigger on a reach rock here. Huge shout out to SMS for hosting. Also, a huge shout out to Chris DeBoard for the rental cars. He's got a whole fleet out here in use today. A little stressful if you ask me. Also, a big shout out to our sponsors. Without them, this wouldn't happen. Injuku, Fuel Tech, Cosmos, Carolina Speed Industries, OG Off Grid, all those guys. Got lots of movement. I see the no roof Corvette going by. Heading off track. Got an S12 out there. I mean, we got it all. We're going to crown a Sofa King at some point today. Will it be? Will Reese retain two years in a row? Is he going to have to pass the torch? I mean, we'll see, right? I think the layout is deceiving. I think the battles are going to be intense. I think the transition from Outer 2 to Outer 3 is going to be the make or break for these guys. All right. I'm ready to see some drifting. I don't know about you guys. We got the JZ Miata LS E36. I believe that rental that Adam Rozek is in is a V8 powered S14. You name it, we got it. Ready to see some drifting. So you got the burnout box right there. It's a really good, I guess, view of how much space we got to work with here. Making it happen, trying to use it to the best of our ability. I wonder, you know what we should do? I should poll the drivers and see who traveled the farthest. I'm going to guess it's the Florida boys. That would be my guess. But the guys coming from like Tennessee or Kentucky or, you know, that's deceivingly far. Who moved the top banner? The top banner moved? Your guess is as good as mine, brother. We do every year. I don't know if you guys have never been to a Sofa King Awesome event. The one event a year, the Sofa King event, we burn a couch. We have a nice little get together at the end of the event, a little bonfire for everyone that camps or stays late. Looks like these guys are still putting down chalk lines. Refresh. All right, I see 2 drones in the air. I see chalk lines going down. Drivers are hanging out. Grid is ready. In a few short hours from now, I'm going to have the wonderful opportunity to hand somebody a $5,000 check. I don't know who it's going to be, but I do know that we're going to get some good, entertaining battles along the way. That is for sure. So we're chalking outside zone number 1 right now. Looks like 2 is refreshed. 3 looks good. I know these boys are working, and we need to put some pep in their step. We got drifting to see. Quick little paddock view. We got the Bonifay brothers, Brandon and Tyler there, the new color this year for both of them. Good overview of the track. See the guys out there in outside zone number 1 working hard, putting down fresh chalk. Got our media box in 1 set up. So big takeaway here, guys. The filling, I mean, obviously hitting outer zone number 1, good entry, but filling outside zone number 2 and not going too deep in outside zone 3 seem to have been the deal breakers for a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys dropping 2 tires in outside zone number 3 or coming up super shallow in outside zone number 2. 1 to 2 stretch, and then 2 to 3 really got to slow the car down. There's our couch. It's not going to survive the day. Got a bear chilling on it right now. I don't know if you win, do you get the bear? I'm not sure about that, how that works. I don't know if the bear's even going to survive the end of the day. But right now, that's the king of that sofa. So we got 15 drivers and 8 spots to fill. Close-up view of our couch there, Fuel Tech banner hanging out. Thank you again to all the sponsors that enable us to do this kind of stuff. If you're here in person, don't forget to check out the vendors and the car show up at the front behind the scoring tower. Paper, rock, scissors for the final 8 spots. Ooh, Danny, that would be incredible. I was thinking foot race. Like 100-yard sprint or something, foot race. Mike is cutting out badly, just a heads up. I don't like that. See if I can keep that from happening. I got some fans going in here, so I don't die. All right, from where I'm sitting, it looks like we're running out of things to chalk. Hey, wait a minute, Danny, why aren't you here? Uh-oh. I wrote some checks. That's true. That's true. I'm going to work on it tomorrow morning, Judah. Don't worry. I'm trying. I just need to find, like I said, I need to find that fire sleeve for a 1-inch line, and that's it. Making fenders. Hey, I can't knock the hustle. I know you're a busy guy. I saw you just ran a sale on those 945 garage fenders. So, looks like we got some cool stuff parked out front. Can't knock the hustle. If you got to make the fenders, you got to make the fenders. They're on every dang vet I done seen lately, so. All right, I see Ethan out there wrapping some things up. I see, looks like Andy Wright getting ready to put some heat in them tires. LS E36 does pretty well here. He's going to be our first of the one more time qualifiers. Like I said, we got 15 drivers, 8 spots to fill. So, a little bit of pressure on these guys. So he's putting some heat in the tires of that car. We're getting back to the action right here, right now. Track is fresh, track is clear, cones are up, lines are chalked. Andy Wright's on the line, heating the tires, ready to make a hit. Waiting on that thumbs up. I'm ready. You guys are definitely ready. Judges look kind of ready. So this is going to be where qualifying really matters. Like I said, eight spots to fill with 15 drivers running it back. I heard the words. I said, all right, let's go. So I'm ready. Let's go. There we go. Arms out. Making sure he's ready. Thumbs up. And down the chute he goes. Andy Wright, that LS-powered E36. Tips it into outside zone number 1. Comes in a little bit shallow, but he adds in the angle. Filling the rest of that zone. Making the stretch into outside zone number 2. Filling, coming up a little bit shallow through the midpoint, but he's okay. No tires off. Still a scoreable run. Transitions into outside zone number 3. On the line. Running it out. Scoreable run. I think that's going to set the bar. I see Cody Doyle, tires warmed up, next on deck. Supercharged LS 240SX. Koki front on that hatchback. Judges putting in scores here. All 3 heads down, taking notes. Got 1 score locked in, 2 scores locked in, 3 scores locked in. Andy Wright with a 73. Got the thumbs up here for Cody Doyle. Launching through the chute, rowing the gears. Soft e-brake entry there, but he sets the car in the zone, back on throttle. Coming a little bit shallow towards the end of that zone, but he is making his way to outside zone number 2. Gets in it. Again, a little shallow, but he's coming through there, gets it corrected. Running the line there out of outside zone number 2 into outside zone number 3. Pouring on the throttle across the line, putting that thing on the chip. That's a scoreable run from where I'm sitting. Judges doing what they do. Dalton Bailey warming up the tires in that JZ Miata. Shockingly quick. I mean, that's what you would expect from a JZ and a Miata. I don't know how he got it in there, but it is. One score locked in for Cody Doyle. 2 scores locked in. 2 scores locked in. Waiting on one more. Three scores locked in with a 67.6 for Cody Doyle. Dalton Bailey next on the line in that JZ Miata, waiting for the thumbs up. There it is. Clear for takeoff. Down the chute. The little Miata that could. Little Miata, big motor. A little bit shallow to the midway, but massaging it back. Filling outside zone number 1. Pouring on the throttle, making the trek all the way to outside zone number 2. Comes up a little shallow into outside zone number 2. Working his way back out for the very end of the zone. Transitioning into outside zone number 3. He's in it. He's filling it. Finishing strong. Pouring on the throttle, on the chip. I hear that thing on the limiter. Judges tabulating. Got James Atkins next on deck for the one more time qualifiers. Scrubbing the tires in on that Ford small block powered E46. Committed to his drivetrain, that's for sure. Pulling up the line. Scores going in for Dalton Bailey. 2 out of 3 locked in. Three out of 3 locked in with a 78. Highest scored run so far. James Atkins off the line, rolling through the gears, down the chute. Oh no, failure to launch. Had to take a couple of cones with him. Sounds like a mechanical issue he's having there. Can't get the car lit off. Tay Whiteside. I heard James Atkins fist fought a grizzly bear once. Well, he's still here, which means he won. I mean, can't argue that. If a grizzly bear gets a hold of you, if you win, you're still here. Mr. Justin Bauer in that Whipple supercharged Mustang, putting some heat in the tires, getting ready for his one more time run. He dropped 2 tires on his first run. I can hear that supercharger screaming from here. Yo, Tay Whiteside. Tay, we're going to have to talk after this. I'm up to a diabolical plan, all right? So we got Justin Bauer putting heat in the tires. We got that Mustang out there, Whipple supercharger. Track guy got some hustle going on, setting some cones up. Get him free and clear and out of the way. Judges are locked in. Down the chute he goes. Whipple supercharged. He said it makes 650. Dyno confirmed. Into outside zone number 1. Just barely skirting that outside edge. Into outside zone number 2. He's in it. Keeping it not too deep. Scrubbing speed into outside zone 3. Drops a tire, but that was only one. He's still in it. Finishing strong across the line. Supercharger screaming. So judges are doing their thing, doing math and numbers and such. Not my game. Not my circus, you know? So, Matt Zotov on the line, BMW. Scores are in. Justin Bauer with a 73. So we got Matt Z on the line in that BMW, ready to make a hit, waiting for the green light. Judges are locked in. I see him up here. There's the thumbs up. The course is yours, Matt. Down the chute he goes, E36. Enters into outside zone number 1. Filling that zone, just barely getting a little shallow there. Coming up a little shallow, getting into outside zone number 2, but he's going to get in it. Not overextending himself. Coming into outside zone number 3, carrying a good bit of speed. Shallows up a little bit, but he's not too off, pouring back on the throttle. A little shallow, but a scoreable run. I see Stacy Babb on deck. That's that KAT S12 700 horsepower rocket ship. Scores are getting punched in. The computer's doing its thing. Matt Z with one more score to get locked in. Survey says an 80. Seems like the judges are rewarding a little bit shallower line. I think the guys are getting deep and they're risking it and it's not paying off. Stacy Babb down the chute in that S12. Yeets the cones there, the entry cones. Coming up a little shallow outside of 1, but he's all the way in it. I hear that thing popping and banging from up here. Stretches out to outside zone number 2. Little shallow coming out of 2, but he's filling it. Still judgeable. Into outside zone 3. Don't go too wide. Keep him in. Keep him in. Pouring on the throttle coming out of 3. That was a whole lot of limiter. KA was barking. Yo, Tay, you're killing me, bro. I see Timmy from Florida, Florida's very own Timmy Thompson in the Mach 5 Corvette on deck, ready to party. Scores getting calculated. Stacy Babb with a so far 2 locked in. Give me one more, give me one more. 63. 63 for Stacy Babb. Timmy Thompson getting the thumbs up here. Coming down, hucks it in. Pouring up. Small correction there, coming up a little bit shallow. I know he said yesterday the car was super gripped up and he was trying to take some grip out of it. But he's making his way through that zone. Still scoreable. Don't drop any tires here. Finish strong. Pouring on the throttle. That's a scoreable run, so we'll get some points on the board for Timmy. Couple areas there, a little bit of improvement to be made, but a scoreable run nonetheless. Tony Martin on deck in that VQ powered coupe. New year, new wrap. Coupes do it best, I heard. That's a fact, not a rumor. Timmy's getting these scores locked in, 2 locked in, waiting on one more. With a 68.3 on his run, looking good. Thumbs up for Tony. VQ screaming coming down the chute here. Enters into outside zone number 1. Small bobble coming up real shallow. Making the drive out to outside zone number 2. Still on a shallow line. Drops 2 tires off there in outside zone 2. Unfortunately, that's going to be a 0 for Tony. Looks like we got Mr. Trevor Rhodes in that 370Z getting some heat in the tires, making his way to grid. Locked in, ready to party. We got a couple cones to fix out here. I see Mr. Joe Boone making some sprints out there, jumped off the scooter, tucked and rolled. I think the scooter's still rolling. Getting the cones back in their homes. And away he goes. One bite. What an animal. What an animal these judges are. All right, so we got Mr. Rhodes locked in on deck, ready to go. Judges are ready. Course looks good. And there's the thumbs up. 370Z. Enters into outside zone number 1. A little shallow on that zone, but he's getting in it. Works his way out. On throttle, making the rip all the way out to outside zone number 2. Gets in it, a little shallow through the midsection, but he's working the car back out. Transitioning to outside zone number 3. Hope not too deep. Putting it where it needs to be, finishing strong. That's what they want to see. That's what the judges said they were looking for. Score is getting calculated for Mr. Rhodes. We got Tristan Sisk on deck. Really pushing himself. This is his first time competing. I can't imagine competing is not for me at this level. I am way too competitive, and I would ruin it for myself, so I don't. Scores are in for Trevor Rhodes with a 71. Tristan locked in, ready to go. Course looks good. Waiting for the all-important thumbs up, and there it is. Entering into outside zone number 1. Big huck. Lots of angle. Unfortunately, couldn't hold it together. Making his way through outside zone number 2. Unfortunately, going to be a 0 for Tristan, but finishing strong. Next up is Mr. Zach Wommeldorf, S14. We got one of them V8s in there, I believe. Ryan, we missed you as well. It's like 90 degrees outside, a little overcast is helping. Here comes Zach down the chute. Hucks it into outside zone number 1. Put the foot down, there you go. Flat outside zone, making the drive out to outside zone number 2. See if he can set himself up for success. A little bit shallow in 2, but it's still scoreable, keeping the wheels inside. And shut it down again in the same spot. Interesting. He shut the car down in the same spot 2 times in a row. I wonder what's going on there. Got Michael Thomas in the rental, stock Z, some angle mods, nothing crazy. There's the thumbs up coming down the chute. Second lap in this car. Tips it in real shallow. Little bit of a failure to launch there, but still a scoreable run. Coming in a little wide out of 3, but pulls it back in. Finishing strong. I mean, second lap ever in the car. Judge is asking for a replay. Looks like we're down to 2 more drivers. All right, judges making a second review. I see Mr. Kevin Stewart on deck in that Mustang. Scores coming in. Scores are in for Michael Thomas with a 9.3 scored run. So we're down to 2 drivers. 2 more to qualify. Kevin Stewart on grid, ready to go in that Mustang. Keeping it simple, nothing crazy. Actually, we have 2 Mustangs. Last 2 cars are both Mustangs. What are the chances? So we got 2 drivers left. Judges, oh boy, I hear math. Judges are doing math. Oh, I just got the word. We're doing an airport swap here, battery swap. Drone is not in the air, and you know if we can't see what we're doing, how can we do what we do? Quick battery swap, and then we'll be back in action. Big shout out to MBK for keeping the live stream going, keeping the drones in the air. Without them, I wouldn't be here. This wouldn't be possible. I mean, talented group of guys. I just saw the drone take off, which is a good sign. Drones are in the air. All right. And there's the thumbs up. Kevin Stewart coming down the chute in that Mustang. Tips it into outside zone number 1. Comes up a little bit shallow, but he's still staying on the gas. Carrying it out to the outer zone number 2. Still scoreable, getting in there. A little bit shallow on 2, but steps back in. Got to keep it together into outside zone number 3. Right on the line there in outside zone number 3. Finishing strong. Scoreable run right there. Scores coming in. We got Frankie in that red Mustang is going to be our last qualifier. So waiting to see some scores here. Judges doing math. Whatever it is that they do. Our last qualifier, Frankie in that red Mustang. I'd read his name, but then he'd be mad at me because I would butcher it. Scores are locked in. Kevin Stewart with a 61.6. Thumbs up. Frank is off the line in that red Mustang. Coming down the chute. Hucks it into outside zone number 1. Little foot brake action, a little shallow coming out of the zone, but he's still there. Still a very scoreable run. Making the drive all the way out to outside zone number 2, getting right on that line. Small correction, a little shallow there, but gets it together. Transition to outside zone number 3. Got to keep it in the zone. Don't overextend. Right to the line and pour on the throttle across the line. That's a scoreable run right there, ladies and gentlemen. Into the water box he goes. That is our last qualifying run. So we got some more to do and a prediction bracket to draw up. I appreciate you guys all hanging out with me today. We should have a little bit more entertainment in top 32. We're going to do the math. We're going to draw it up. We're going to probably cut to a quick commercial break, and we will be back for top 32. Can't wait to see you guys there. Thanks for hanging out.
We drive Sport Compact. Designed for the elite and the garage build. Information is power. Because data is the difference between winning and losing. We give you the options, versatility, and power to come out on top. Complacent isn't in our vocabulary. We drive you. And that's why Fuel Tech is everywhere. We drive Sport Compact. Designed for the elite and the garage build. Information is power. Because data is the difference between winning and losing. We give you the options, versatility, and power to come out on top. Complacent isn't in our vocabulary. We drive you. And that's why Fuel Tech is everywhere.
When you spend months building your car, every part matters, and having experts who know the platforms can make all the difference. Building a car is always exciting, and figuring out which parts to use can be overwhelming. With so many options out there, it's not always easy to know what's going to work best for your setup. At Injuku Racing, our team is made up of enthusiasts who know the cars, the platforms, and the parts. We help builders choose the right components from trusted brands like ISR Performance, Competition Clutch, HKS, BC Racing, and more. When you're planning upgrades for your build, our team helps make sure you get the right parts the first time. For over 2 decades, thousands of enthusiasts, professional drivers, and shops across the country have trusted Injuku Racing when it comes to upgrading their builds. Right now, everyone's talking about tax returns. returns, but instead of waiting for one, we're giving your build its own tax return right now. Injuku Racing is giving huge discounts on hundreds of brands so you can keep more money for the parts your build actually needs. If your build needs stronger, more reliable parts, Injuku Racing has the upgrades enthusiasts trust. Tap the link below, find the performance parts your build actually needs.